Petra gets props, 3D sales expected to boom, Motorola defends Xoom pricing, Apple's new subscription service model, and new apps just in time for Oscars. I'm Cayley, Mosca, Web Marketing Coordinator with Petra, and it's time for the Petra 5 in 5. I've scoured the web for the 5 hottest electronic stores, so let's get started. You know, we've been encouraging you to get social with Petra, and we've been getting props on YouTube for our videos from those that have. One user, Jennifer555, said that she, quote, had to admit she was pretty impressed, going on to say that compared to ours, many of the popular videos on YouTube, again, quote, seem so stale. Tansafo4483 said that, quote, your videos really speak to your audience and are so good that I found myself watching them twice, end quote. Thanks guys, we really appreciate it. Our YouTube channel is youtube.com/petra-channels, or you can view videos and interact with us directly on our Facebook page at facebook.com/petra.industries. We introduced a new video segment last week that we're super stoked about. It's called Features Creepers, and it's only available through the Petra social media sites. In the Features Creepers, we'll be introducing you to some of the hottest new features on the Petra website that make it easier to browse, shop, and save. Be sure to check them out today. Samsung and LG are both expecting sales of 3D TV sets to increase this year, with both manufacturers introducing new models and hyping technologies that they say enhance the 3D experience. Samsung is shooting for the moon, expecting to sell up to 10 million 3D TVs this year, representing a 5-fold jump from the 2 million sets they sold in 2010. LG is a little more conservative with their estimate, predicting to sell 5 million, although they've declined to release 2010 sales dollars to compare with. The president of Samsung's visual display business, Yoon Bajoon, hailed the active shutter glasses technology used by the company, responding to questions about LG's newly unveiled Cinema 3D TV, which utilizes lighter glasses without batteries that match images optimized for each eye that allegedly results in a smoother picture. Yoon said, quote, there is no technical advantage of the technology, end quote, going on to call Samsung's active shutter glasses technology, quote, further developed. Motorola's mobility chief, Sanjay Jha, has confirmed that the much-anticipated Xoom tablet will go on sale in the U.S. at $800, which, if you're keeping score, is a higher price than the current market leader, Apple's iPad, but on the upside, it's considerably less than the originally priced $1199.99 that it was rumored at. So what's up with that? Well, speaking with reporters at Barcelona's Mobile World Congress, Jha said, quote, we felt that our ability to deliver at 50 megabytes per second would justify the $799 price point. It is 32 gigabytes with 3G and a free upgrade to 4G. Being competitive with the iPad is important. We feel that the hardware and capabilities we deliver at are at least competitive and in a number of ways better. $70 better apparently, since a 32 gigabyte iPad with 3G currently retails for $729. Promising a Wi-Fi only version in addition to the Verizon version, Jha would not specify a price, saying only that it would be, quote, meaningfully cheaper, hinting around the $599 mark where the Wi-Fi iPad is at. So will the Xoom be worth the extra bucks? Hard to say, but I won't lie and tell you that I'm not lusting after it right now. It's so bright and shiny and new and forbidden non-fruity. You know, an Android. Apple introduced new rules for subscription services last week that have many scratching their heads. Geared towards providers, the move won't immediately directly affect front-end users of iPods, iPads, and iPhones, but the trickle-down effect could be huge. So what has Apple done that have some subscription-based providers, such as Rhapsody, up in arms? Well, Apple is now offering app developers the ability to integrate its new subscription billing services into their apps. In exchange, Apple will take a 30% cut of all sales made through the app, the same percentage cut they take on all paid app sales. Now, to be fair, Apple only takes that 30% on subscriptions if the user signs up for a subscription within the app itself. If the user signs up outside of the app, Apple takes nothing. Now that sounds fine, until you hear that Apple is forcing companies that sell digital goods outside of the app to also offer the ability to purchase them within the app, and that they are required to be sold at the same price or a lower price in-app. So this isn't a look how convenient we're making this for you if you want situation. This is mandatory. Apple's bet is that their system is so good, and with so many customers comfortable with making in-app transactions where it's easy and their credit card info is all tied in, that people would prefer to switch over to this one-click subscription purchase service. And for some business models like newspapers and magazines, this is fine. For others like Rhapsody, who already have to shell out money to copyright holders, music publishers, and artists, throw in the Apple 30% and they're now operating below margin. Then look at companies like Comcast that have apps for customers to access content online. Does this model really make sense for them? There are already rumors of some companies saying peace out to Apple if there isn't some sort of flex giving in the new policy. I'm just hoping that my Pandora free radio and Netflix stay put. Just in time for the Oscars, Warner Bros. Digital Distribution has launched web-based apps for Inception and The Dark Knight. Featuring the first 5 minutes of the theatrical releases, in addition to bonus materials including games, trivia, soundtracks, and soundboards, the apps edition are playable on the iPad, iPod Touch, and iPhone and are free in the App Store, with the entire movies available via an in-app purchase. If the feature-length films are purchased, fans can connect with friends by sharing movie quotes through Facebook and Twitter and watch a feed of social networking directly related to the movie in real time while watching the film. Said Thomas Gawecki, president of Warner Bros. Digital Distribution, quote, "For many, watching a movie is a social activity, and the apps editions are the first mobile product to deliver this capability on a global scale," end quote. Going on to say that the studio plans to come out with the app editions for 100 titles in the near future. That's your Petra 5 and 5. Have a great week, and we'll catch up with you next time for more hot industry news.